Good, y'all? Dr.Trehunna. Now it's Wednesday, so today I'm gonna teach you something new about food, something that you possibly didn't know already. All right. Now we was all taught that vegetables are healthy for you, right? Why? Vegetables contain phytochemicals such as flavonols and polyphenols in it that basically act as hormetic stressors to the human body. Which means what? Your body's becoming more resistant and it's bringing some properties into it, like able to make your body produce more glutathione, etc., which are antioxidants, right? But there's also some chemicals that your body might not agree with. So today, what we're gonna cover is what are oxalates and why you need to avoid these things if you're noticing that you're cleaning up your diet and you're experiencing some of these symptoms, okay? Now, first things first, an oxalate is oxalic acid, okay? And what oxalic acid does, it naturally binds to some minerals, okay? So that might be a good thing, might not be a bad thing, depending on what type of person you are and what type of genetics you are, what type of body type you have. Some people are more sensitive to oxalate than others, okay? So what oxalic acid does is if you're somebody who's very, very sensitive to oxalates, what's gonna happen is you're susceptible to have more joint pain. You might have more problems with your asthma. You might start to have more irritation in your skin or in your eyes, right? Or actually have more pain in your bladder. Last but not least, you might be somebody that's producing more kidney stones. Why? Once again, oxalic acid naturally binds to minerals such as sodium, such as potassium, such as calcium. Majority of kidney stones are calcium oxalate kidney stones, okay? So if you're somebody that's dealing with some sort of like renal symptoms or renal disease, you need to be watching out for how much oxalates is in your diet. But once again, you're just thinking, okay, well, I cleaned up my diet. I took out all the processed foods. I took out all the sugar. I have nothing to worry about because I'm eating these nuts, these seeds, these legumes, etc. Ironically, these things contain a lot of oxalates. Okay, so if you're somebody who's sensitive to oxalates or you feel like, okay, I cleaned up my diet, but for some odd reason, I'm starting to experience more arthritis pain, more inflammation, I'm breaking out more, my eczema is coming back. Here's the things I want you to pay attention to, or the foods I want you to pay attention to. You need to pay attention to your spinach intake. Why? Spinach is loaded with oxalates, and believe it or not, a lot of people, when they're trying to clean up their diet, you switching over to spinach because you heard spinach got a lot of protein in it. But once again, it might got a lot of protein in it, but it's also coming with something as well. So if you're not sensitive to oxalates, then you can have all the spinach you want. But if you're somebody that's over there having a spinach smoothie or having a green smoothie and you just throwing a whole lot of spinach in it and you're noticing that some odd reason I'm starting to experience a lot more eye, skin, bladder inflammation, then you need to take that out. 9 times out of 10 is the spinach, okay? 2, almonds. Once again, we was all taught that almonds are good for you, right? And once again, almonds are good for you, but if you're somebody who's very sensitive to oxalates, you need to watch out for almonds, okay? That is 2. 3, potatoes, okay? Potatoes is a nightshade. And majority of the time, nightshade vegetables, a lot of people's bodies really don't agree with, okay? That's why you need to be mindful of potatoes, not just because of the carb intake, not because it's just a starch, but it's also coming with a lot of oxalates. Your body type might not agree with it, okay? Now, with that being said, if you're somebody who naturally eats potatoes 2 to 3 times a week and you don't experience any issues, cool. But if you're trying to clean up your diet and you're noticing that for some odd reason, I just don't have as much energy in the gym, right? I'm starting to experience more asthma, I can't breathe. I'm starting to see my eczema start coming back, or I'm having some irritation in my skin or in my eye, then 9 times out of 10 is something in your diet because your body's only responding to what you're providing inside of it. And if you're having any skin issues, that's due to your diet because what's happening is in your gut reflects on your skin. Okay, your intestines is literally like the inside out version of your skin, if you didn't know. All right. 4, beets, right? Navy beans, okay? These are things you need to pay attention to if you are sensitive to oxalates. But these are things that if you're not really paying attention to how you feel throughout the whole entire day, you're not really going to change anything because you're thinking, oh, this is just normal. For some odd reason, I just got some mental fatigue today. Or for some odd reason, I'm just breaking out today. Your body is responding to something and it could be oxalates, okay? So once again, if you're experiencing kidney stones, if you're somebody that's having skin rashes, if you're somebody who you can't breathe as abundantly, if you have asthma. If you're somebody who's starting to experience some bladder pain or some bloating, etc., you have to listen to your body. You got to see exactly what's happening when it comes to what food you're providing to your body. 9 times out of 10, it could be oxalates. If you're somebody who's permeable when it comes to their gut, it could be lectins. All these things come from phytochemicals, which come from vegetables. All right. So the top 5 oxalate foods, once again, is spinach, potatoes, navy beans, corn and grits, believe it or not, beets, and last but not least, almonds, okay? Hope y'all learned something today. I didn't want to be too long-winded, and that's your reset tip of the day that's going to help you stay snatched all the time. Knowing it's summertime, please watch out for your oxalates if you're noticing that something is going wrong, even though you cleaned up your diet. Cool? Talk to you soon.